listening to You're listening to Why did that sound weird in my ears?
I thought it sounded like normal.
I don't know. It like sounded like echoey when I first did it. Maybe I'm crazy. Bah humbug. I don't know. It was like as soon as I started doing it, it sounded like
I was gonna say it
weird.
Sounds normal to me.
I don't know. Use my headphones or something. I don't know. It just sounded like sounded like really tinny or something. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Take 2. You're listening to Counterclockwise, where we decide the best of unimportant categories. Up next, hey man, you guys know what time of year it is? What? Oh, Christmas time. Santa Claus is coming up in about 23 seconds. I have had a doozy of a day, a doozy of a week. You know the first part. I had a root canal Tuesday.
Right, I knew that.
First time ever having any kind of like major, not really major, it's pretty routine in the dental world.
Major for you.
Major for me. I really just had like cavities filled. That's about it, the most I've ever had dental work done. And
even that I hate because of how much numbing shit they put in your mouth.
Oh, I know, yeah. And that's really, for some reason I thought root canals were more extreme, but that's basically all they do for that too. They just stick the needle in there, numb you up on that side or whatever, and start grinding down your tooth. It's really weird.
I feel like the cap is very hard to get used to.
The root canal, they just like do the temporary fill, and then I got to do the crown later.
Oh.
So I don't have that yet. I just have like like the crap they put on your braces where it's just that weird cement stuff. Like that's what I have, but my tooth is basically flat right now, so that's weird.
That's very strange.
But anyway, that was probably the least of my issues this week of the bad stuff. So had the root canal Tuesday. Monday night or Monday afternoon, Dee texts me while I'm at work, just got moved by the dog. I'm in a swivel chair. A dog walks past me. I start rotating. Okay. Dee texts me while I'm at work. There's water like coming out from under the refrigerator.
Perfect.
I'm like, what the hell is that? And that's happened. A similar thing has happened to me before. The way our house is laid out, the like furnace and water heater are in like one of those weird closet thingies with the metal doors.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
That's like basically right on the other side of the wall of our kitchen. So almost 2 years ago now, about a year and a half ago, I had there's a fitting on top of the water heater that sprang a leak. It just had rusted all the way through basically and was just spraying water out of it. And that flooded basically my entire kitchen because it floods that room and then flows under the walls basically.
Perfect. Yeah,
into the
awesome.
kitchen. Yeah.
Love that.
Super fun. But this time it was a slower leak, so it wasn't quite as bad. But it's leaking from the bottom. So I was able to fix the fitting on top that happened before. This thing, not going to fix it probably. I can't even see where it's coming from. I was like crawling underneath, dipped my head in the water, and then realized, wait a minute, I can't shower now, and I got fucking dirty water hair now. So that was a good time. But I did a quick Google and said basically about the only solution is to replace it. So I called the landlord. They're coming to fix it. So then we're just without hot water for like a day and a half. So it wasn't terrible, but then they're there all day. Then that brings me to my third thing.
Love that they took a whole day and a half to come fix your water.
Well, I didn't realize until night, so nobody's working at 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. or whatever when I got home and figured out. I didn't call until the next day.
I thought you meant like from when you told them.
Yeah, no. They came out really quick. I called them at like 8 in the morning and they were there by like 9. They did really quick work, and then they were just there all day like working on it, trying to figure it out, and then they got a water heater like really fast. It took them like an hour. to go find one and bring it to the house. So I don't know if they have, since it's like at the landlord, I don't know if they have like a shed of water heaters because of all their houses are basically the same size. Mm-hmm. So like maybe they just have, here's all of our water heaters because they all take the same one.
That'd be so funny if they just had a shed full of water heaters.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But
just get a bulk discount on them.
So that's happening. They're replacing that the same day that I have my root canal. So I took a half day off work. I come home and I'm like scrambling, trying to get lunch quick, like in between these guys that are working on it. I'm like, and I got to brush my teeth. So I'm like nervously asking, can I like squeeze past you so I can brush my teeth real quick, sir? And that was like, they were like the nicest people. But
don't you love how you feel like you have to ask permission to do shit in your own house?
To brush my teeth in my own home? Yes. But anyway, so I'm navigating that. And then Dee says, hey, have you seen the cat?
Oh my God.
Like I saw him a little bit ago, or like, a couple hours ago, but I haven't seen him since. He doesn't usually like strangers. We don't have a lot of guests at the house generally. So even if we have like a friendly person, like a friend comes over and we're just like hanging out, he usually hides the whole time. Like eventually he'll get comfortable enough and he'll kind of like sneak down the hallway and like slowly come up to you, but he just doesn't like strangers. So he usually like hides under the bed or something. And I'm like, he's probably just hiding somewhere because he doesn't like that there's weird people in the house. So I didn't really think much of it. And then after the root canal, I come back and kind of forgot that he was, we hadn't seen him in a while. And also Dee's sick, so they're sleeping a lot, most of the day. So not really keeping an eye on him. And then it just kind of dawns on me at 7 or 8 o'clock. I was like, man, I haven't seen a cat since, Dee saw him earlier. So where the hell is he at? So I'm looking around the house, looking at all the rooms, because he gets locked in rooms all the time because he sneaks in and then doesn't let me know.
So does my cat, yep.
So I'm like checking all the rooms that he's normally in, calling for him. Usually in that case, I open the door and he like screams at me. It's like, where you been?
Yeah.
And then comes walking out. So, and I check all the things. I'm like, where the hell could he be? I'm like, did he get locked in that little closet where the water heater is? I look in there. There's nothing there. I don't know where the fuck he is. He's not under the bed. He's like, when's the last time you saw him? It was several hours ago. Okay, that's not good. And these guys were in and out of the house so much. I was like, they were maybe carrying this water heater in, this big, tank. So maybe they had the door propped open or something. And I asked Dee if they had the door propped open. Apparently not. I even like checked the Ring camera and I was getting all the alerts. I had like 47 alerts on the Ring. And there wasn't a moment where they like had the door open really. It was just they opened it to walk in and out. But like maybe he just snuck out because he was scared of them or something and he just bolted or something. I don't know. So I just assume he's gone. He's missing. I'm walking around the house searching. I got the flashlight out like a creep looking in like neighbors' bushes and stuff. Don't see him. No sign of him. There's no fresh tracks in the snow. I'm like, where the fuck did this little turd go? And I start, freaking out. Sure. I'm like, well, I'm never going to find this guy. He's so sneaky in the house in a like, the 20 square feet of my house. So like, how am I going to find him just in the wild? In the wild. So I'm like, what the hell? And I'm looking up like tips, how to find a cat, how to find a lost cat. Like, do you put food out? Do you not put food out? And of course, any helpful thing on the internet is like, everything's conflicting.
Yeah.
Every other article you read is the opposite information. All that, don't find him that day. I'll skip ahead because this is a long story. It really isn't that long of a story, but I make it long because that's how I am. Still can't find him. The next day, I'm like watching the camera. I was like turning all the alerts on the Ring camera, like turning up the sensitivity so I can see anything that moves. I want leaves falling out of the trees. Yeah. I want to get everything on this camera. I did end up having food out. He eats the dog food. I put a bowl of dog food outside because I think he just gets sick of his own food, so he'll eat the dog's food. And I was just watching for anything and nothing, not a sign of anything. We had put postings on different things. Like we had a posting on Facebook, one on Nextdoor, and I don't know. I was just emotional all day basically. And so I was messing with this thing. I
don't blame you at all.
I was messing with it. I have this other camera. It was a cheap little camera I got off Temu. The thing's a hunk of garbage.
Sure.
And I've been trying to get it to work because it worked before, but suddenly recently it just doesn't feel like working. But I was like, well, maybe I can get this thing to work and put it out back, and then I can watch from the backyard. So I'm messing around trying to get that thing to work, and I have the big door open with the screen door closed, and then I hear this meow. And this was right after I saw the neighborhood cats out front, that they were like fighting. It's like two male cats and they don't like each other.
Sure.
So they were like yowling at each other. And I hear this meow, clear as day. It sounded like it was like right next to me. Like I could have looked down and he was right there. That's what it sounded like. I was like, where the hell did that come from? So I go up to the like screen door, you know, my heart's pounding. I'm like, where the hell is he? I know he's right here. So I'm looking around. I look outside and I'm calling for him. I'm shaking his food. And I'm like, where are you? You were just here. You were 3 feet away from me, I swear. So I'm like, well, maybe I heard one of those neighborhood cats again. Maybe it was just one of them. They walked around the house or something. So I come back inside and I hear like those like not quite a meows where they like just make kind of like a weird like chirping sound almost. Yeah. I hear something like that. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I hear like thump. And it sounds like it's above me. Like, what the hell? What happened? I guess for some context, where the water heater is, there's like a hole in the back.
No way.
Where the plumbing goes through, the pipes go through, and then there's like this gap, like probably an 8-inch gap that kind of goes all the way to the outer wall of the house. And I don't know what this thing's called, but it's like a storm drain pipe or something. It's this big pipe that goes basically all the way to the ceiling. Yeah, it's like where all the sewage goes, basically. Right. So it's got to have room for that. So there's this big opening back there. And I'd even looked in there because I'm like, well, maybe they left this thing open. He's curious. He hops in the hole and like maybe he got stuck back there. I can't figure out a way where the hell he went. So I'm like, there's no way he's back here. And I didn't see anything. I didn't see any sign of him. There's like cobwebs everywhere. I feel like if he crawled back here, he would have taken the cobwebs with him. So I ruled that out and just assume he's outside. But then I hear this meowing above my head and this kerthunk. Like, this little bastard. And I'm like looking around like, where is he? And I start calling out to him, trying to hear him, like guide him back down to the thing. And then I hear another thunk. He's like kicking bottles over underneath the kitchen sink. So I open the cabinet down there and I see his butt hanging out staring at me.
God.
Back in that hole behind the kitchen or under the sink. So I'm like running around and like, I don't know, music's playing. The music is swelling in the movie because I finally found him. But I don't know where he went. My guess is he somehow climbed up and got like on the ceiling or in the, like space kind of between the roof and
like the rafters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like crawling up there. I don't know how he didn't make a noise or anything. Like our heat is kind of loud, but I don't know how he didn't make a loud enough sound.
He probably got hungry and that's when he started making noise.
Yeah.
He's probably
because he comes down and immediately he's like meowing at us and I give him food and he's like scorfing it down. So that's probably what it was. He's like, shit, I'm hungry.
He got behind the water heater when they were putting the new one in?
Yeah, because they had left to go get something and I think they left those doors open and there's that gap in the back. So he must have jumped back there. That's why we didn't see him after like 10 o'clock.
No, man, I can understand the emotions and the anxiety going through that. When the dogs have gotten out a couple times with like a gate being left open outside. And the last time it happened, normally it's just Sasha that's gotten out. Kita usually stays in. She doesn't wander. Yeah. But they both got out. And I found Sasha right away. And Kita I couldn't find. And I know she's a wanderer too. Mm-hmm. My emotions really got the best of me. I remember getting in the car going, damn you, Akita. Damn you to hell. Like, damn this fucking dog.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, this fucking asshole. Like, and he's so afraid of everything, especially going outside. Like, that's the part I couldn't understand. It's like, why would he go outside while these like strangers are here? He would never do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I guess you can take solace in the fact that he wasn't outside.
Yeah, he didn't.
And he wasn't out there for a day and a half or however long you were looking for him.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know, it was 10-degree weather.
Yeah, it was like. Last time Dee saw him was like about 10 o'clock Tuesday, and I found him yesterday, or he found himself. He revealed himself.
Homeboy was hungry, all right?
Yeah. He came out at about, let's see, what time was that? It was probably about 9 o'clock last night.
And they're thinking, he was probably like, I'm fucking hungry. Come feed me. I'm up here.
Yeah, like, come on. He's like ringing his little dinner bell.
What are you waiting for?
I'm ready to be served. And when he first came out, he looked scared. So I'm like, oh, maybe he was worried or something. Maybe he was like, I don't know. He was upset that he got stuck up there or something. And then he just now found his way back down. because he was like kind of acting weird, acting kind of strange, and it like took him a little bit to actually come up to me. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird. But I was like, well, maybe he's just freaked out. He's a little traumatized.
Yeah.
And then I feed him, and then he goes back to that door where the water heater is, and he's like bumping the freaking door and like tugging on it. I'm like, you're not going the fuck back up there. Never will you go inside that room again.
He found a new hiding spot for when people come over.
It's like, you're not going back up to your freaking playroom, sir. No, that's not happening.
You infiltrated his clubhouse, all right?
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, that's how he's treating it right now. Like, that's not what this is. No. You will stay in this house, the bottom part of this house. If I got to be down here, you do.
Yeah, I'd say that's some kind of week you had.
Yeah, it was fun. And really not even a week, like 2 days. It's just terrible.
Yeah, but that can make it feel like a month.
Yeah, from like Monday evening to Wednesday evening, which is the worst 2 days ever. Yeah, it was rough.
Props to you for like actually like going like to sleep. I mean, I don't know if you actually slept, but actually trying to go to bed, because I probably would be out all night trying to find
Yeah, I was just sitting there, worried about it. Like the whole, I didn't really do anything else. I was like constantly going back like door to door, like, and then, walking around and everything, shaking food around, and until it was like too cold that I couldn't stand it anymore. Then I come back, and then I'm looking at the front door, and then I go back to the back door, and I'm looking around, and then I go to the front door. I was like, he'll come back at some point. I'm checking the camera like religiously.
Meanwhile, he's up in the fucking roof.
Meanwhile, he's just like upstairs kicking it.
He's just in the ceiling, just curled up in a ball sleeping or something.
He's not a care in the world. He's got like a little beanbag chair up there, and Nintendo. He's just hanging out. Jackass. The amount of time, like I probably called him a jackass like probably 40 times just from the time he showed up until bedtime.
Rightfully so. Yeah, I mean,
you little butthole. Yeah, there's a lot of those. But anyway, we got some business to take care of here. So across the table from me is the Fred to my Nick Claus, Brandon Wise. I'm Tyler Wise, and we're going to talk about some Santa Clauses here. You want to get into it?
I would be the shitty brother in that situation, by the way. Thank you for that.
They're both kind of shitty in that movie. I think that's the whole point, is that Nick, Santa, is he's supposed to be the good one, but he's also kind of an ass.
Fair.
And Fred teaches him, hey, you're not as good as you think you are.
No, honestly, I mean, we can get into it more, but their parents suck. The real villains of that movie are the parents, because those parents
they're terrible.
They treat Fred like absolute dog shit and prop Nick up like he is. Sure, he's Santa, but they prop him up and they totally neglect Fred Claus.
Yeah, no wonder he turned into an asshole.
It's hard to even blame Nick Claus for being the way he was, because his parents enabled that shit.
Yeah, they literally call him like a saint when he's like 10, and they treat him like he's literally God's gift, and just he's just the other one, the other kid.
Yeah,
no wonder he turned into such a jaded ass. I kind of forgot like how sentimental that movie is.
It really is.
I was reading. I was trying to come up with some quotes to use for the cold open, and I thought there might be like a short, like quick one from Fred Claus. In the quotes on IMDb, one of the scenes was like early on when they're still kids. Fred, like, I think he like makes a notebook with his name, with Nick's name on it. It says Nicholas on it.
Yeah.
He gets him this customized notebook for him. Then Nick, he's like, "Oh, great, thanks, brother," and he throws the book on the pile of gifts, and he's like taking him down to like this poor kid down the street or whatever, which is like a sweet gesture, but like this was a personalized thing specifically for you. And even Fred's like, you think that kid that you're giving to needs a notebook with your name on it?
Yeah.
And the mom just like completely ignores his sentiment that like, hey, this like kind of hurts that you're just going to give away this gift that I made specifically for you, that's customized for you. And the mom's just like, oh no, he's just doing a good thing. He's my, my saintly son or whatever. I don't know. I forgot like how it hits pretty hard for a movie with Vince Vaughn as Santa's brother,
and his rant his rant is well justified. He probably could have gone about it a little bit better. And the clap back against Fred was good too.
Yeah.
I think everybody had a good point, honestly.
Yeah, like, it's a movie of a lot of good points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a special delivery. We both got Americone Dream, or no, we switched.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy they had that one.
Yeah, cool. I didn't know they still made it, honestly.
Thank you for the ice cream.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
I know.
Yeah, okay. So
we can't get into it more, but yeah.
We talked about one. I assume by the way we're talking about it, we might have one in common here. But, how do we normally do this?
You ask me every time now.
Yeah,
it's so funny. We do nominees first, go back to honorable
nominees,
mentions.
then we do the honorable and have the break. Okay, yeah. So you want to hit me with your nominees? Actually, I just had this thought literally just now. Instead of doing all of your nominees, do you want to hit me with like 3 heavy hitters and then I can do 3 heavy hitters and then you can do whatever I didn't hit?
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
I don't know if that'll be different or anything, but let's give it a shot.
Hey, you know what? Let's switch it up. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just do the obvious one. We just went on a rant about it. It's Paul Giamatti and Fred Claus.
Yeah.
As Nick Claus.
Mm-hmm.
My other one is going to be...
I always forget that he goes by Nick in that movie.
I know.
It's Nick Claus. What? Nicholas Claus.
Okay, I'm gonna go with one. I don't know if you thought of. I don't even know if you've seen the movie, but I'm going with David Harbour in Violent Night.
Okay, yeah, he was in my honorable mentions because I haven't seen the movie, but yeah.
I love it. It's I don't know, so cool. That's essentially what Die Hard would be if it actually was a Christmas movie. Honestly, it literally like part of me wonders if that's why they made the movie, so it could be like. If Die Hard was actually technically a Christmas movie, this is what it would be.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because it doesn't. The only difference is it doesn't take place in like this skyscraper. It takes place in an uber rich family's home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I've asked you this before. Is he actually Santa?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. But I couldn't remember if he was just like a department store Santa or like a dad that dressed up as Santa that night or something.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember, but yeah, I thought you had told me before that he actually is Santa.
And then obviously the first one that always comes to mind is going to be Tim Allen, the Santa Claus. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, controversial one for you.
I know what this one's going to be. I know what this one's going to be.
Your personal favorite. I'm going with the Santa from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, of course. I intentionally left him off because he's such an asshole. Fuck that guy.
Well, I have an argument for you, but we'll get there.
I'll listen to the argument. Don't get me wrong, but I'm being petty. I'm being Ralphie from Christmas Story petty right now. Okay.
Voiced by Stan Francis. I don't think he has any other important credits, but that's the name of the guy. Apparently, most of that cast is Canadian. They were just like a group of Canadian voice actors that they got. Had to do it for cheap, I guess.
So random.
Yeah. 1964. Stan Francis, the voice of Santa Claus. I was supposed to do more than one. So
what is a podcast?
Yeah, how do we do this again? The problem is that we take too much time in between and then we forget everything we learned. So I have from Elf, I have Ed Asner as Santa Claus. And then the last one, another stop motion animation, I have Mickey Rooney. He played Santa Claus in several of them.
Like Santa Claus Coming to Town.
The most famous one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Year Without a Santa Claus. That's the one with the Miser Brothers, if you're familiar with that one.
Yeah.
And then, a couple other ones. I think he did four movies, but
the stop motion is just so creepy to me. I don't know why. It just creeps me out. It's like an irrational fear of mine. It's just like I see stop motion on and I'm just like I'm weirded out.
Yeah.
I'm so weirded out.
I think
a lot of it has to do with the faces of these fucking things. They look like marionettes and it fucking weirds me out.
I don't know why they changed the style. I assume they just got like a different group of stop motion animators or whatever, character designers. Because Rudolph looks a lot different than the other ones.
Yeah, the other ones just
like the faces look very like cartoony.
I think what I don't like is when they have these like very noticeable like rosy cheeks.
Yes,
that part
they look like
so creepy.
They look like dolls. They look like what are those things called? The porcelain dolls.
Yeah,
that your grandma would have like 1 million of them sitting on a shelf.
That's so funny. Me and Trin were just talking about. I had my pool league last night, right? And the whole way, so like. I play in Findlay, where you live, obviously. I don't know why I had to add that. Whatever. Guess for the audience. But from my house, it's like to get to Findlay is like a 30-minute drive. But from where we play, it's like way on the other side of town, like
opposite side, yeah,
like opposite from you.
Yeah,
like,
it takes a while to get the other side of Findlay.
Like it's easily 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know where I was going with this story.
Yeah, I don't know how this connects to porcelain dolls.
Oh, yeah. So the whole trip home, we were talking about horror movies because we were, like I said, I mentioned before we aired, like we're live. Before we recorded that we're watching.
We need one of those lights in front of the door. Yeah.
Before that we're watching Welcome to Derry. So we were talking about that because, we want to watch the movies now and then we just went on a rampage about like horror movies and like what freaks us out. And like she brought up like anything with dolls and porcelain dolls. And then I think we spent 15 minutes of our drive just like talking about how weird and creepy porcelain dolls are. And it's like, why were those ever a thing? And
I don't know. They're strange.
That's exactly right. That it just looks like porcelain dolls with South Park motion.
Yeah,
almost. And
because it is very like sticky. It's like a lot of times they're Christmas decorations, but you have like they're like animatronic almost, like Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus, and they just like move. They bend at the waist, and that's about it. And then their arms are kind of up, but usually the gears are a little sticky after like the second year.
I was just going to bring up, I was just going to bring up every time that's on, I'm always reminded of our grandma Jeans. She has like the two golden retrievers, little puppies that like move their heads. It's so old that the gears rickety and really need oiled, and it's just like they're like having a little seizure while they're moving now.
But yeah, it's kind of like they're old, so just the technology I assume, but yeah, it is a little creepy. That's why I prefer Rudolph to all of the other ones. I think this story is just more fun too. I do think the character design is a little more.
We have different definitions of the word fun, apparently. I think it's such a bad message. I think that movie is such a bad message.
It is, yeah. But the characters are fun, and they make funny sounds with their mouths.
That's true. That's true. The voices sometimes the voices don't really match up to the little sock puppet things that they're whatever, but
little sock puppet things.
Yeah, the little characters.
What do you mean the voices don't match up?
It just feels weird. I don't know. Everything's weird about it, okay? I don't even know how to explain it.
From now on, gang, we don't let Rudolph join in any reindeer games, right? Right. That's the coach.
Yeah.
The coach deer. He's an asshole, too.
Douchebag.
Everybody in that movie's an asshole, pretty much. Except for, let's see, the three main characters, the Misfit Toys, and Mrs. Claus, and Clarice. Pretty much everybody else sucks.
Awful.
All of the extra characters. Anyway.
Rest of mine?
So I guess, if you got any more, yeah.
All right. I'm kind of surprised you didn't put this one, but I've never seen it, but I know it's like one of the most popular Christmas movies of all time, The Santa from Miracle on 34th Street.
That was my next one. Is you talking the original 47? Edmund Gwenn.
Yeah.
I had to look up his name. Never seen that guy before.
The original.
Yeah.
The Santa from Polar Express.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was an honorable mention for me too. Real quick, you just mentioned it. I had the Miracle on 34th Street, the remake with the Richard Attenborough version.
Okay. I've never seen any of them. Admittedly,
you know who Richard Attenborough?
Yeah, I know who he is. Admittedly, I didn't know as much about the Santa Clauses in media as much as I thought I did.
Yeah.
So
I was pretty limited too. I thought I was going to be able to rattle these off pretty quickly, but I only had a couple.
The last one I have, now hear me out.
This ought to be good.
I have John Travolta from the Capital One commercials.
Earlier, I was trying to think of something because something just popped into my head when you were talking. That's exactly who it was. I wanted to write him down so I didn't forget to mention it. And then I couldn't remember his name. I literally just wrote down Grease Guy because his name was escaping me.
I kept saying Alec Baldwin, and then I had to Google it myself.
Yeah, no. He was a guy I had to pause so I could write it down.
He literally does disco. It's amazing. Like, I remember the first time I saw his commercial was I was in the movie theater, and it was one of those movie theater ads that they show. And I'm like, what the hell? And then he's always on TV now with that commercial, especially at Christmas time. But
yeah, the newest one, I think it's new this year. He's doing like Grease Lightning, but they changed some of the words. That one's a little weird. Oh. It's a little strange. But the first couple that I saw where he goes like, boom, when he like lights up the tree or something, he sprinkles something on it or whatever. Boom. I don't know. It's weird, but I do appreciate the commercial. I thought it was fun the first time I watched
did too,
it.
yeah. And honestly, for as kind of new as it is, obviously it's just a commercial, but it was one of the first Santa Clauses I thought of.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just recency bias and it's more fresh. But
yeah. Is that your last one?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You covered my only other one. My last one was the Miracle on 34th Street Santa. So yeah, we're gonna take a quick little breakaroo, and then we'll be back with honorable mentions. Alrighty, we are back and ready to go. Honorable mentions. Actually,
I should mention, I forgot to add one to my nominee. I thought I'd mention it, but I forgot. It is Kurt Russell in
the Santa Chronicles or whatever.
Yeah, the Christmas Chronicles.
Christmas Chronicles, not Santa Chronicles. That'd be weird.
Yeah. Admittedly, one of the movies I haven't seen, but I just see it everywhere during Christmas time.
Oh yeah, is it a Netflix one?
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them, or 2 or 3 of them. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know,
3,
but yeah, every time I pop up, you look for Christmas movies, that one is like always the first one that pops up.
Do you remember who plays Mrs. Claus in that one? It's another famous person.
Yeah, I did.
Is it Goldie Hawn or something?
I think you're right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that. You know why I remember that? From our Christmas episode last year where she was fighting all of the other Mrs. Clauses that we're about to mention.
And Clarice.
Well, no, they were in like a a Santa and Mrs. Claus like triple threat tag team match or something. Yeah. Clarice was in the like.
Actually, I don't think Goldie Hawn was in this.
It's not Goldie Hawn?
No. Oh yeah, you're right. Why is she not? She's not listed on IMDb. That's weird. Yeah, it is Goldie Hawn. Yeah.
That's right. You looked on IMDb?
Yeah,
it wasn't just Google?
I'm looking at the top cast right here.
Yeah, sometimes, you ever notice that with Google, like the cast list is weird?
Yeah.
I think it goes by AI, so it's like going by like people like mentioned alongside the movie. So a lot of times it'll be whatever movie, and then like the director is the first person listed under cast. I'm like, I don't think the director is in the movie.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like It, for example. Stephen King, I don't think makes a cameo in It, if I'm not mistaken. The movies, at least, the new movies. But like Stephen King will be like the 4th actor listed. I'm like, Stephen King is not in this movie. He wrote the story that it's based on, or the novel that it's based on. He's not in the movie. Like, what are we doing? Or I'll see if it's a remake. It'll have like half the cast is from the original movie. It's like, they're not in this movie. Sometimes you see cameos. Also, they're not the top billed cast. Why is this the second person I'm seeing? If he's in the movie, he's in it for 30 seconds. Anyway, the Google thing always drives me nuts. But anyway.
You want to roll with yours first?
Honorable mentions?
Yeah.
I can roll through mine. Okay, so mention a couple. We'll skip those for brevity. I had another creepy one for you from The Nightmare Before Christmas, the Santa from The Nightmare Before Christmas, played by Ed Ivory. I enjoy him. He's just like befuddled the whole time. He's just like, he's very happy-go-lucky Santa at first, and then he gets kidnapped by a bunch of kids in masks, and he just doesn't know what the fuck's going on the entire movie. And then he gets pissed off at the end. He's like, kind of curmudgeonly. When Jack releases him, he's like, just like pissed off about the whole thing. He's not like freaked out anymore. He's like, give me my hat back. I'm going back to Christmas Town. Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Anyway, I have the like jerk Santa, like mall Santa from A Christmas Story, the one that like kicks him down the slide.
That's a very good one.
That's just a funny scene. And then I have to put them in I have to put this guy in because I quote this commercial all the time. Speaking of commercials, this could rival John Travolta's appearance, but I have the Santa from the M&M's commercial.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
You think Santa will like these red and green M&M's? I don't know. I never met the guy. I just scared the cat. She just took off right around the corner.
The dogs are like, oh, this shit again.
Yeah. He does exist. They do exist. Fuck him. Yeah, I love that commercial.
Your impression of that never gets old, honestly. It's fucking spot on. Honestly, if I were to dub your voice over that commercial, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference.
Yeah, I love it so much. It's so funny to me. Anyway, did you know, I don't know if it's that commercial. Actually, no, I think this was a different commercial. I think originally the voices of those M&Ms were, again, terrible with names.
Oh,
it's Billy. Is his name Billy? Billy Crystal plays the red M&M, and the Dan from Roseanne.
Oh, John Goodman. Yeah,
John Goodman was the yellow one. And then, now, or I don't know, they may have been replaced by now, but I know for a long time after that, the red M&M was Billy West, who's like a legendary voice actor. He did like Fry and Futurama and like half the voices in Futurama.
Yeah.
And he does like a ton of voices. And then the yellow M&M is, gonna forget his name too. He's like J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man and the guy from the Farmers Insurance commercials. He was in Whiplash.
J.K. Simmons?
That guy. Yeah. He does the yellow M&M now. Or at least he did it for a while. And I'm pretty sure that's his voice in that commercial.
I love that actor. He's so good.
Oh, I know. Anytime I see him in anything.
I'm here for it, yeah.
You watched Brockmire, right?
Yeah.
As soon as he showed up on screen, I'm like, yes, this guy. Mm-hmm. Come on, let's go. And then he's like such a dick.
But here's the thing. He can play any role. There's been movies where he plays like funny characters. He's a really funny actor for being such a like serious, like kind of an asshole all the time. One of my favorite roles that he plays is in I Love You, Man. He is he's Paul Rudd's character. Is his dad.
Yeah.
And his brother is like very bro-ish, like, but he's very, very gay too. Yeah. And they're so supportive of his gay lifestyle, and like they just like hype him up the whole movie. I love it. He's so good at that.
Yeah. Anytime I see him in anything, I'm like I get excited. No matter what it is, if it's a serious role, because even in Brockmire, which is kind of like a ridiculous comedy. Like, even in that, he's got some serious moments. I'm like, yeah, you needed a real actor to have for this character. And then, like, he goes immediately right back to being, like, having me, like, rolling in my chair. Anyway, so, yeah, we have the M&M's commercial. And then I got to throw him in here. I got Bill Goldberg in Santa's Sleigh.
Come on.
I got to shout him out. He's stabbing people with icicles and just... I don't know.
I forgot all about that.
He's it's something else, that movie.
Just wait. I'm actually happy you mentioned a wrestler because So I went very off the rails with my honorable mentions. Just completely did not give a shit. Went completely.
Okay. I mean, that's the place to do it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with the simple ones and then I'll get worse, I guess. So I went with Ed Asner from Elf. Mm-hmm. Only because he's in the beginning. He's not really in the movie much.
Yeah, he's in the very beginning, and he's pretty inconsequential, and then he has that scene in Central Park, and that's really about it.
And he's there just to, like, encourage Buddy to go see his dad.
Yeah. I think I threw him in there because he almost feels like he has a bigger role, even though he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I feel like I wanted him to have a bigger role because I really love him as Santa.
Yeah.
I think he really fits that part really well.
Well, to be fair to your point, like he was one of the first ones I thought of without looking him up, you know. Yeah. But then I was like, but he wasn't in that movie that much.
Yeah, he doesn't really have like a critical role.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just like I want like a whole movie about him as Santa. Right. I think he's just like, because it's Ed Asner. That's just like how he is. He's just like, oh, that's Ed Asner as Santa Claus. Like he's not really playing a character really. He's just like playing himself as Santa. And I think it's very realistic because most Santas, they're kind of like magical or like, I don't know, like larger than life characters. Like they're just like, I don't know, they don't feel like a real person. They feel like a demigod almost. Like the Santa in Polar Express doesn't really feel like a person. He's like, he's literally like glowing on screen. Like it's just weird. But yeah, in that one, he just like seems like a guy. He's just like a dude. He's like, He just seems like somebody's grandpa. And I think that's funny.
Next, non-off the rails one, I have Stan Francis from Rudolph, because fuck that guy. He doesn't deserve to be in my nominee list.
But he was good enough to make the honorable mentions.
I'm petty. I'm not that petty.
Okay.
I have standards here.
Yeah.
All right. So I have Ruben from Rick and Morty.
I forgot about him.
The drunk Santa with liver failure, where they created an entire anatomy park inside of his body. Love that episode. I just discovered this movie, and I want to watch it. We might have to add it to our list of watchable movie or whatever. It's called Dear Santa, but it's played by Jack Black.
Oh yeah, I saw that when I was looking up.
So yeah, I guess he plays both Santa and Satan. And okay.
Oh, it's the one where like a kid spells the name wrong or something.
Yeah, he writes a letter to Santa, but he actually spells Satan. So Satan comes to visit him. That's hilarious to me. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that movie. Did that come out like last year or the year before?
Something like that, yeah.
I remember seeing like a trailer for it, and I thought just the premise was so funny.
That's such a Jack Black move.
Absolutely, yeah. I was like, this is gonna be ridiculous, and I'm absolutely here for it.
Okay, I have the Santa from Family Guy in the Road to the North Pole episode.
Oh, you know what? I just forgot. I just remembered one. That made me think of one.
Okay,
go ahead, continue.
Santa from Family Guy in the Road to the North Pole episode.
Okay,
it's a 2-part episode where Brian and Stewie visit the North Pole. And they had a bet that, Brian finally told him that Santa wasn't real, and he's like, oh really? Okay, well, I'm gonna prove it. And he actually did prove it. And they pull up, and it's supposed to be this magical place, but it's some like dark, shadowy, like oil refinery kind of place where there's just like black smoke everywhere. It's really scary looking. And Santa comes, and he's like all sickly and skinny, and the reason he wanted to go to the North Pole is because I think Stewie didn't get something he wanted for Christmas last year, and he wanted to kill Santa. So he's like, Santa comes to the door, he's like, I'm going to kill you. And then to start the second part of the episode, or part 2, he's like, oh, thank God. And he like grabs Stewie's gun, and he's like, pull the trigger. He's like, pull the fucking trigger. But basically, it was like a commentary on consumerism and everything, and like how everybody's working Santa to death, and like the elves can't keep up with production, so they had to like create clones or some shit, and they started like eating each other, and they're like cannibal, like zombie elves, and it's such a crazy episode because Brian and Stewie end up becoming Santa to like help Santa recover because he's in like a hospital dying.
Oh yeah,
and it's such an out of pocket scene. They go to this house and they literally like forget everything, and they're fighting the whole time, and like the dad comes downstairs, he's like, who the hell are you? And like they're like, oh, we're Santa. And he's like, oh yeah, you're Santa, I'm calling that. And then Stewie just beats the shit out of him with a bat. Literally commits murder. And shoves him in a closet. The little kid comes down, and turns out they were at the wrong house anyways.
Oh, okay.
And they end up killing the wife accidentally. And they're like, no wonder Santa is like dying. And this is a nightmare. We've been here at one house and it's been 45 minutes. It's just, it's such a crazy episode. But anyways, I won't get into that. I could talk all day about that. But
yeah.
Okay. My next 3 are all wrestling related, of course.
Okay.
I have the numerous Santas victimized by WWE stars. Where Stone Cold stunned Santa on Raw in 1997. The Attitude Era was a wild time.
Yeah.
So basically, Santa came out and was like, grant a kid a wish or whatever. And the kid came out and he basically was like, yeah, basically, no. She kind of like pulled a Ted DiBiase or something like that on him. And Stone Cold came out and stunned him. I have Armageddon, 2004. Kurt Angle made Santa tap.
Okay.
Just for no reason, just made Santa tap on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And finally, I have Mick Foley versus multiple Santas in a boiler room brawl on Raw in 1999.
I watched that whole thing last year. I think I somehow stumbled upon it when in prep for our episode last year. So I'm sitting at work watching that whole scene go down. Multiples in a boiler room bash. Mick Foley versus Santa, and there's 14 of them.
Another Stone Cold one is when Stone Cold was Santa at Tribute to the Troops in 2003, and he Stone Cold Vince. He's Stone Cold. He stunned Vince. Of course, that was one of the million times he stunned Vince.
Yeah.
And then, again, Mick Foley as jolly old Saint Mick.
Yeah.
He was a guest star or something, or a guest on the show or whatever, as jolly old Saint Mick. And he announced a All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal, and the winner gets their wish granted by Santa. And this was 2011. It's
that's so funny.
Stupid.
I remember in that boiler room brawl, since everybody's dressed as Santa, that you can't quite tell who everybody is.
Yeah.
I think it's Jim. Was it Jim Ross?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why the name sounded weird in my head. I think it's him. It might have been. Jerry Lawler. I can't remember which one of them says it, but Triple H is one of them, one of the Santas, and it's like, well, that's Triple H right there. I'd recognize that beak anywhere. It's so funny because he was about the only one I recognized too in the Santa getup.
Well, yeah, because it was Triple H on the New Age Outlaws, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's Triple H there. I'd recognize that nose anywhere. That's so funny. Yeah. Okay. Honorable mentions. Did you have any more?
No, that was it.
The only other one I wanted to mention was Santa Claus from South Park.
You know, I almost
when he fights Jesus.
Yeah, I almost brought that up. I should have brought. I thought about bringing that one up. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And then when you mentioned Family Guy, it popped in my head.
I thought about the South Park one, and then it made me think of Ruben from Rick and Morty. And again, it's a recency thing because I just watched that episode. But yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we want to start narrowing down this list here.
Yeah. So okay, my sure thing's going to be Tim Allen.
Oh yeah, I think there's no question there.
I don't think that's even a question. Iconic.
Yeah. Anybody says Santa Claus, that's probably one of the first images in your head.
Just forget that the third one exists, and we're good.
Yeah. Didn't they make a fourth one? Wasn't there a new one a couple years ago?
No, it was a TV show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pretend that doesn't exist too.
Same.
Yeah. Second one's solid.
As far as other sure things, I could argue...
Really not a lot.
I could argue Miracle on 34th Street just because it's considered an all-timer. It's a classic. But
is it so old now that...
That's true.
It doesn't have the popularity it once did.
That's true.
It might be a generational thing. I think I've only watched it once. And I do watch a lot of Christmas movies during the season. And I don't know. That one's just, it was never, I didn't really watch it much growing up. That's when I watched it. I watched it when I was a teenager or something, just because it was on TV or whatever, but it's not really in my rotation. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a sure thing. It's close. Definitely up there, top of the list, but I don't know. We'll have to circle back to that one, I think. For me, I think My sure thing is the Rudolph Santa, just because the show itself, the special itself, is so iconic. And Santa, my argument for Santa, you always say Santa's an asshole in that movie, which he is, especially early on, and basically most of the movie. He's just kind of grumpy, which is kind of weird for a Santa, but it does give Santa a little dimension there. Like I said, a lot of cases with Santa Claus is he's just kind of like a demigod almost. He's just this natural. I don't know what that word is. This magical being that's just kind of there, and he's just kind of almighty almost, and he just has no dimension. He's like a cardboard cutout. But this Santa actually has some personality to him, It's not a great personality, but it's a personality. And he does have an arc. Granted, the arc is based on, well, this thing this deer is actually useful to me now. So maybe I should stop being an asshole. But he comes around earlier before the nose thing. He realizes, hey, maybe I shouldn't have been so harsh to that misfit reindeer. I shouldn't have been such a mean guy.
Okay, fine. But you're fucking Santa Claus. You preach to all these kids, be naughty or, be nice or...
Does he preach or do the songs about him preach?
But the whole point is he knows when you're naughty, he knows when you're nice, he'll put coal in your stocking if you're naughty. Yeah, but he's just allowed to be a fucking prick. He's just allowed to sit there and look at poor Rudolph and judge him off of something he can't control until he can use it for personal gain. Until it's convenient to him.
That's my point, though, is that he comes around before that. He changes his mind about it. He says, I shouldn't have shunned him before then.
If he had a different defect, not a bright nose that can help him see through the foggy night, if he had a fucking wart growing out of his butt the size of, I don't know, the size of my computer, you mean to tell me he would still be a dick to him? Everybody would still be a dick to him, but he has no use. So he wouldn't be able to be like, but I can use him now.
But they're happy when he comes back. When they come back, they're like, oh, wow, you came back. I'm so sorry that I was such an asshole to you. It has nothing to do with his nose when they first come back to the
I just feel like
North Pole.
You can't sit here and Santa can't sit there on his ivory wintry tower and be like, you be nice, you be good, or you're not getting anything for Christmas. And then he's a judgmental douche about his nose the whole time.
My argument with their words, sentence structure.
Also, he looks stupid.
What do you mean he looks stupid?
I hate his big head and tiny body. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's
a cartoon.
But I hate it.
And he's a skinny Santa. He's got to eat. Somehow he gains like 50 pounds in 2 days.
I kind of feel like
he comes around. He realizes the error of his ways before he finds a use for Rudolph. If he had the big wart on his butt, he still would have said, hey, Rudolph, I'm sorry that I pushed you out and made you feel bad.
I doubt that.
And what do you mean? Watch the thing again. He walks through the door. He's still got this this bright nose shining, and he's like, "Oh man, I feel bad about shunning these guys, and now they're out in the cold. I'm so glad they came back, and we found them, and they made their way back to the North Pole. My bad, dog." And then his nose is bright. After they decide to cancel Christmas, his nose is bright. Hey, wait a minute, I can use this guy. It's after the fact.
But my point is, it should have never got to that point.
But that's the arc. It's a story. It has to have an arc. That's the whole point of a story.
You can still have the story.
If he's good the whole time, it's boring. That's the whole thing. Like with
you could have had the same story. They didn't have to be so mean to him. They bullied that poor guy.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was good, but like if there's no change from start to finish, what's the point of the story?
I think you can achieve the same goal if you switch it up a little bit.
You're telling me that Rudolph would be a compelling story if they didn't bully him at first?
Yes.
If Rudolph was just like, "Oh, hey, your nose is bright. That's pretty sweet."
No.
And then he's just like kicking it the whole time until
I feel like
the storm comes.
There's a nicer approach to tell him that, "Hey, bro, it ain't working out."
That's also a boring story. Hey, like it was a good takeoff, but like your nose is too bright. Sorry. Maybe better luck next year. Come back next year with a darker nose, and maybe you'll make the sleigh team.
Hey, I'm sorry.
And then we just like wait 12 months, and Rudolph like figures out a way to not have a bright nose, and then he has to like stifle himself the whole time. Is that the lesson you want?
Maybe.
The only reason he doesn't is because he is shunned by everybody. He has that personal growth and learns to live with himself. He learns to accept his own differences in the world and say, hey, you know what? I'm a misfit, but that's cool. That's all right with me. He needs the bullying.
Speaking as
not advocating bullying.
Speaking as a guy who was bullied a lot, fuck all that noise. Okay?
I'm saying in the context of the story, I'm not advocating bullying because that's fucked up. But it does, in the context of the story, it gives Rudolph a reason to have that personal growth within himself and find himself and be comfortable with himself out there because he is able to find another misfit and they work their shit out together. I'm just saying in the context of the story. I'm not saying Santa Claus is a good guy.
I hear your argument. I understand your argument. I am kind of arguing.
We were talking about Fred Claus earlier.
I know.
And Paul Giamatti.
I know. Look,
movie is
hear me out.
Pretty terrible too.
You're right. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you got to have this to get to this. But that doesn't change the fact that regardless of him changing his mind and changing his tune until it was convenient for Santa, he didn't give a single shit about this guy.
He's got a billion deer. Maybe not a billion. He's got a bunch of reindeer. They all have to try out. He only has 8 deer on his sleigh team.
A true leader.
A lot of them, he probably doesn't care about a lot of them.
A true leader in men, or in this case, deer. A true leader in deer will highlight the positives and hide the negatives. Not hide. That's a bad word. Oh, God. They use this in football all the time for, like, skill players. It's like you highlight the positives and you kind of, like, not necessarily hide, but you kind of, like, put him in a position to kind of where his negatives don't affect him as much. A true leader sees this, oh, hey, a lot of people see this as a negative. I see this, you're my man. You're running point immediately. I know, I get it. It doesn't make for a good story. Okay, yeah. I get it. I'm speaking on a personable level here.
We're not talking about people. We're talking about characters.
And he's a bad character.
You just said it's important for the story, which makes it a good character.
But he is, I'm not saying like character, like the character, like his character. Like,
that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about guys you want to kick it with. I don't know. That's the second time I've said that phrase today.
But character has to matter a little bit. Just because he...
I mean, what about villain characters? You could say, who's the best villain? Are you going to talk about how they're just like a guy you want to sit and have a beer with because they're a good guy? No, they're villains.
Honestly, a good villain
He's kind of the foil character. Not really a foil, but he's kind of the antagonist of this movie.
A good villain.
He's there for a reason.
A good villain has a lot of truth in what they're saying. Santa doesn't.
Not necessarily.
I mean, a lot of the time.
Yeah, not always.
Sure, not always. But
they're just a dick. They're the counterpoint to the protagonist.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, none of Santa's points are valid. He just sees a defect and he's like, nah.
Not to go to the Hitler argument, but Hitler did not have a good point. And he was like the greatest villain history has ever had.
Okay. See, you're going fucking Hitler. I'm thinking of like Killmonger. Okay? Like let's meet in the middle here. I'm not going that dark. I'm just thinking
What about Michael Myers? Did Michael Myers have a good point?
No, that's not the same thing, and you know that.
But he's the direct opposition to the protagonist, which is Laurie Strode. That's what a villain is. That's what an antagonist is. He's not necessarily a villain in this movie, because he's not like a big scary monster. That's the Bumble. But he is an antagonist, meaning he's the force driving opposite the protagonist, which is Rudolph.
You mean to tell me that They could have made something like where he gets bullied by everybody and Santa doesn't really realize it. Or like Santa doesn't know about anything that's happening because I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I'm not creative.
So you're saying, I'm cool with the bullying, but I don't want it to be Santa, is what you're saying.
Absolutely. No, okay, I'm not.
Why? Doesn't it matter more if it's the guy on top doing the bullying?
I'm not cool with the bullying.
If it's the top power in the land Don't you think it matters more that he's the one rejecting him?
It matters.
If he's rejected by an equal, it doesn't matter as much.
It matters more that Santa's like, I'm going to put an end to this right now.
That's not the story, though.
But it should have been.
Well, then that would have been the resolution. That changes the whole arc. He's the antagonist because he's the guy in charge, and he's rejecting Rudolph.
Santa shouldn't be an antagonist. It's Santa.
That's what I'm saying. It gives dimension to the character, though. That he is that way. That he's not just the man on high, decreeing, everybody be nice to Rudolph. That's boring.
To you.
This character... You think that's interesting?
You could make
this guy that's just glowing from his throne say, "Hey, stop bullying Rudolph."
You could absolutely make it compelling. Don't even play.
What? What's compelling about that?
I don't know. I'm not a writer. I'm not creative.
Give me an do you have any other examples where that's an interesting character? The person that just steps in and says, "Knock it off, you two." That's not interesting.
But if Santa's as powerful as he is, you could make that work.
Not as an interesting character.
I think you could.
I still don't see the compelling part of that narrative. If all he does is say, "Hey, you kids, stop bullying Rudolph. He's pretty chill." I don't know. There's nothing there. There's no dimension there. He's just like that somewhat semi-holy character that kind of steps in and magically saves everything.
You don't think that he could have had the same sort of arc and be a little less mean about it?
I mean, he could have.
I think that's my whole thing.
I think the fact that he starts from where he is and then realizes the errors of his ways.
I feel like you could do the same thing. And
he's a businessman at first. He only cares about.
Then he's a bad businessman because a good one can see that he's of use right away.
What use does he have? He's never had a situation where he needs a bright red light in front of his sleigh. He's never needed that situation before.
Yeah, but you could see and be like, "Hey, I've never needed this, but this could be useful in the future."
Why would a businessman doesn't do that?
Innovation.
Until that's not innovation.
It could be.
That's waiting for something to fall in your lap.
But
for a situation that's never happened before, how is he supposed to predict, oh, hey, there's this snowstorm and there's this, maybe I'll get lucky and this red light will just show up on the face of a deer that's literally never happened before.
He flies in the sky every single Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You're bound to have shitty weather once in a while.
Obviously not shitty enough that he needed a bright red light in front of him.
There's a first time for everything. That's more unrealistic than Santa being an asshole. It's just perfect weather every year.
Well, just not bad enough to have, or not that bad of a snowstorm, is the point. And this was years ago, apparently,
but
according to Sam the Snowman.
You mean to tell me every year there's no clouds ever? Ever?
Not clouds. It's just not a bad enough snowstorm that you can't see 2 feet in front of you. He probably flies below the clouds most of the time. It's not like he's flying at 30,000 feet.
Yeah, but sometimes you're gonna need light. Wouldn't it be nice to be like, oh shit, I never thought of that. That'd be really nice to have.
There's also, I don't know how long ago it was, because the movie came out in '64, and Sam the Snowman says something about. This reminds me of when we almost missed a Christmas. So this was probably decades before. So he may not have had like a headlight situations all ready to go. He's also he's driving a sleigh. It's not like he's driving a Studebaker.
I gotta imagine at least one of the 1,100,000 times he's delivered toys. I gotta imagine at least one of those times he's been like, damn, I wish I could see out here a little bit better. I wish I could see a little bit better out here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure his thought isn't, I wish I had a reindeer with a red nose. And then when he finally sees something like that, you're like, oh my God, I could absolutely use you.
I don't know. I think he's got a lot on his mind at that point.
I don't think we're going to change each other's mind.
No.
Here.
Anyway, let's move on. Where do you want to go now? Why do we even have Christmas Chronicles in here? There's no way he's making it. Can we get rid of him already?
Let's go through who we.
Neither of us have seen the movie.
No, yeah, I only ever put him in there because every time I type in Christmas stuff, he's always there. All right, let's go through the ones that we'll eliminate. Let's eliminate some.
Okay, yeah.
Some. I got Rick and Morty on my mind.
Different, but same. We got to get Travolta out of there too. There's no way he's making a top 5. Come on. It's literally not even a character. He plays a guy in a commercial. He has like a line. He goes, boom. And then he like makes eyes at like the clerk or something when he's paying with his Capital One credit card. That's his whole role. And then he does disco moves through the street.
But he kills it. He absolutely kills it in that role.
Yeah. It's like a 30-second TV spot.
That's how impressive it is.
Tell me anything else about the character other than he's Santa and he likes disco.
Have you ever seen a Santa wear bell bottoms? No, you haven't.
Probably not. That is true. Oh my God. Yeah. No, he's not. He's just not making it. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Is it Capital One?
With regret, I will eliminate him.
Is it a Capital One commercial? Okay.
I had to look it up, but because I couldn't remember. I knew it was like a credit card company, but I didn't know if it was like Discover or Capital One. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm taking out. I'm taking
out. You're taking out your voice box, is what you're doing.
I know. I'm taking out Ed Alsner. Ed Alsner from F. This might actually be the episode that sends you to the hospital.
I think so.
The Santa from Elf.
Yes. Ed Asner.
I'm taking him out. He's just not a big part of the movie. He's in the very beginning, and like you said, in Central Park. He's not really a crucial part of the movie.
I just enjoy him in those short bits.
I do too, but
that's again, he's like he's a pretty good role player in that movie.
I agree, but I think you got to be in a little bit more. You got to have a little bit more of an impact in the movie. I think
it's like what are they doing? The rewatchables? Who's the guy? The one award they do for the role player.
Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters, yeah, he's a Dion Waiters candidate for Elf. But yeah, I see what you're saying. He's just not in it enough. We might be eliminating these too fast, but I'm gonna get rid of the Santa from Polar Express because again, he's like a cardboard cutout character.
Yeah,
there's nothing. It's the least interesting part that Tom Hanks plays in that movie.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So we got 4 spots for 5 people.
Cool. I'm gonna go with Giamatti. I'm cool with that.
Putting him in?
Yeah, I like him. I like that movie. I feel like it's an underrated movie.
It's a very underrated movie. It's another underrated Christmas movie for me is Four Christmases.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I think it's just because it's so relatable to us. Because that's how we grew up. Like that we experienced that a lot. Split. Yeah. Not quite the dysfunction like in that movie, but
yeah. I always forget that. What the hell's that dude's name? He plays one of his brothers. They're like into MMA, but he's like he's like the Iron Man director and all of the other things.
Why can't I think of his name right now?
You know how I am with names. Him and the country singer is the other brother randomly.
Yeah.
Isn't that Tim McGraw?
Is it?
Isn't he's in The Blind Side too? He like randomly got into acting for like 3 years.
Well, he's also Tim McGraw is, huh?
Yeah, he plays one of the brothers, and it's always they're always fucking with
Jon Favreau is who you're thinking.
Favreau, of, yeah. They're always messing or wrestling with Vince Vaughn. Such a random combo to be like the douchey like MMA obsessed brothers, Tim McGraw and Jon Favreau.
Right.
Jon Favreau and also in Elf randomly. He directed that one though, so that makes sense that he'd make a cameo.
Man.
Anyway, who else we got?
We got David Harbour, Violent Night, Santa Miracle on 34th Street, and then Stan Francis from Rudolph.
And Mickey Rooney.
and Mickey Rooney. So we have 4 for yeah.
Yeah. So if we compare the Rudolph Santa and Mickey Rooney Santa,
I'm taking Rudolph.
you are.
Yes.
I think Mickey Rooney.
He is more memorable. I'll give him. Yeah.
Mickey Rooney, I think, as Santa, I think is kind of more well known as that character, and he did play him several times, and that's like a lot of people's probably most favorite Santa if you're into those stop motion movies. But I think obviously Rudolph is the most popular of those movies, but because Mickey Rooney played that character, several times, I don't know, almost holds a little more weight. Also, a much better portrayal of Santa, if we're going by your take on the Rudolph Santa, because he's just like a much more pleasant Santa. He's like the more traditional Santa, where he's just like, friendly and kind and loves animals and loves all the kids and just wants them to play with a yo-yo and stuff. Brings toys to, I forget the town's name. I just know that there's a Burgermeister named Meisterburger. Meisterburger. A toy? Anyway, I think we got to get David Harbour out of there too. I know you like that character, but next to just about any of these guys, it's like a very new character. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen the movie, but I don't think he holds up to many of these other guys. Yeah. Any thoughts?
I do, but not any that would probably convince you. You're right. I don't know. Maybe if they came out with like a second one, he'd.
Yeah, like if it became like a series.
I would highly recommend to watch it, because if you watch it, you're like, okay, yeah, this is definitely, like I said earlier, this is definitely if Die Hard was. Yeah. If you would, there would be no argument that if they called that Die Hard, it'd be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a Christmas movie though.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we got. Well, really, that leaves us with 3, right?
Yeah,
we eliminated everybody else. We kind of like ended up with 3.
We're already we got our 5 then.
I think that's 5. Yeah. I don't know. Do you have any objections to that?
Not really. No.
1, 2,
honestly.
3, 4, 5.
I mean,
wait. That leaves Mickey Rooney in, right?
Yeah. I mean, my objection would be Mickey Rooney, but I can't really make a case for him over. The only case I can make would be Ed Asner.
Yeah, I think he's probably the only close one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we said, I think Mickey Rooney definitely over Ed Asner, just for all the arguments we already said. He's not in the movie that much. I mean, I think of him probably before Mickey Rooney. If I'm thinking about Santa Claus characters, like you said, he was one of the first ones you thought of. But it's a pretty small role. It's kind of a bit role in that movie. But
okay, but you made the argument about Miracle on 34th Street, even though they are in. I feel like you can make the stronger argument about the popularity of it now, with that one. But I feel like that one is less popular than. I don't even know. I don't even know what argument I'm trying to make here. But
what are you comparing it to?
34th Street.
Comparing 34th Street to
Mickey Rooney.
Oh, okay. I'd say that Mickey Rooney Santas are more popular than Miracle on 34th Street.
So yeah, so it would. Out of all those eliminated, would you consider any of them over 34th Street?
Honestly, I don't think so.
I feel like if we were to watch Christmas Chronicles, we might consider that one. That's probably about it.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I haven't heard anybody like raving about it, really. I don't know. It's just like another Christmas movie. And like I said, of people who are fans of those like Rankin and Bass movies, like they're screaming at us about like debating Mickey Rooney right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think we got it. It feels weird. I don't know. It just maybe just because we kind of stumbled upon it, we kind of just ended up with 5, which is usually not the case with these. But I don't know. I think I'm good. I'm good with that list.
I'm good. Yeah.
And we spent like half an hour arguing about the Rudolph Santa, and then it just kind of is in by default. And it's like the third one. like I think, would you put Rudolph Santa over the Miracle on 34th Street Santa?
Yeah.
And probably Mickey Rooney too. So yeah, it's like on this list, it's like third.
Yeah. It's all right. I got my point across.
Yeah. We don't usually argue that aggressively, but of course it's about something stupid. So
I think our last one was about vegetables. Honestly, I think that was our last like real.
My most animated arm swinging argument. Yeah, that's usually when I know we're getting heated.
I think
when I get the full wingspan going.
Our top three biggest arguments were obviously this one, vegetables, and when we argued about letters.
Yeah, that's one I always think of too. So cool, we got our list. Let's run through it. The obvious number one, Tim Allen in the Santa Claus with an E movies. Really just the two. We have the Santa from Miracle on 34th Street. Paul Giamatti, and I think I've added an extra syllable. Paul Giamatti in Fred Claus.
Giamatti.
Giamatti crew. That'd be a hell of a... That seems like something you'd make on...
that would definitely be a tribute.
Like Chat GPT.
Yeah, that would definitely be like a parody, like a Parks and Rec tribute band.
Yeah. Like, what's the one?
They would open for Bobby Night Ranger.
Bobby Night Ranger, yeah. Throw it in the chairs. Oh, man. And then, where was it? Yeah, Paul Giamatti, Fred Claus. We have Stan Francis from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Jesus Christ. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then Mickey Rooney in all of the movies Mickey Rooney was in as Santa Claus. So, yeah, cool with that list?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We get the sort of stamp of approval from that side of the table. And that's the show. We hope you enjoyed it as much as Santa loves bullying his talking reindeer. And you can pay that love forward by sharing this podcast with your friends, family, mall Santas, anyone named Nicholas. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast, so don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. You can give us a star rating or leave us a review or a comment. Let us know what we got wrong or if we somehow nailed it, which we probably did. Although, I don't know, this one seems kind of weird. I don't know. We weren't really happy with the result, I don't think. I don't know what would have been a better result because we decided it, but I don't know. Here we go. All that stuff helps us get seen a little bit better out there. But the best way to share really is just telling somebody you know. You can like us on Facebook, follow us at CCWisePod on all the social medias. You can follow me on just about everything at Tyler_W. Where can everybody find you out there, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at BWise23. I'm on Instagram at NotTheFakeBW. Also on TikTok at NotTheFakeBrandonWise. So, from one brother to another, have a Merry Christmas. And join us in a couple weeks for another new episode.
And stay Brolton. From one brother to another, Merry Christmas. I don't know why that threw me off so much.
I tried something different, okay? Damn.